We put it all back away. It's the third time I'm trying to film this video. Alright, so welcome back to the channel. I'm Babyface P. As some of you may have seen, I posted a picture recently on Instagram, maybe I'll roll it in if I'm savvy enough, of my M9A3 coming back from Beretta, getting fixed with a broken thread. So the threading on the end, it's threaded 1/2x28, and you would use it for cans. The threading on the end, one of the threads in the very middle of the barrel totally broke off. And many of you guys will know, a lot of people out there would lie about if they did something. I hope you guys would know, if I broke it, I would admit that, you know, I screwed up and broke something, and I'm more than happy to pay for something that I broke. This one was completely accidental. It wasn't broke. I didn't do anything different. I literally put my can on. Probably about, obviously, halfway through it going on, it started getting a little tight, and I was like, oh, maybe there's just carbon buildup, normal for a dirty old gun. So I twisted it a little more, and it locked itself on there. Wouldn't go tighter, wouldn't go any looser. So I cranked on that thing. I ended up taking the suppressor apart, so it was just the thread adapter, just a 1/2x28 booster adapter. I cranked on that thing until I literally broke it. I ended up having to cut it off of the gun, which took a good hour to make sure I didn't cut any of the threads on the barrel. So I was really unhappy that just normal use caused my gun to break. So what I do, I ended up sending it back to Beretta. I didn't want to deal with it myself. It's out of warranty, and I honestly didn't want to deal with the headache of sending it back to them. So I took the gun to, to Shooter's World in Tampa, which is where I bought it. And when I bought this, I don't know if they still offer this, but as of when I bought this, Shooter's World offered a lifetime warranty. You buy a gun from them, they offer full lifetime warranty on it, which is awesome. So I figured, well, let's try two birds with one stone. We will test Shooter's World's lifetime warranty to see what they say. And two, we'll see if they can get Beretta to help us out. So I sent it back through Shooter's World. This is about a month ago. It took them probably, well, no, I sent it back about 2 weeks ago. So it probably took them about 2 weeks. Beretta sends it back, and I get a phone call on Friday from one of the customer service people at Shooter's World saying, oh, you're not going to be happy. It's back, but it's not fixed. So what did they send me? They sent me a gun with a brand new thread protector, which is awesome. Under the thread protector, if you haven't seen the Instagram post, is my broken thread. Oh, focus. There you go. So look at that. The center thread, you can see, oh, not on my face, on there. The center thread is totally broken. It just sheared out at the bottom of the thread, and it's just missing. And that's what obviously caused it to bind up. I put the suppressor on, it broke. When I went to take the suppressor off, it bound in the threading, and it just caused a nightmare. So what did Beretta do? I have the packing slip here from their gunsmith, who said they chased the thread out. So they took a tap die, 1/2x28 die, screwed it on there, cut the threads, or cleaned the threads up, took it back off, and they gave me a new thread protector, because my thread protector was definitely beat to shit after trying to mess with it. Nice. I'm glad they sent me a new thread protector. So, does it work? I guess one of the main questions is, does it work? And the answer is yes. What they did, from a simple standpoint, is yes, it will work. The new thread protector goes on. It doesn't bind or anything. And, you know, if I needed my gun back quickly, this would be a great fix. It would function. Do I trust the fix is a second question. And I think the answer to that for me is no. And the reasoning for that is, to me, the threads breaking like this is a manufacturing defect in my mind. I've personally never seen a thread like that just kind of break off at the base of the thread. So my concern with this is that this is some sort of metallurgical issue. To kind of preface this whole thing, this is one of the first, as far as I can tell, one of the first M9A3s that hit the market. I bought it right after they announced it. I was in Shooter's World, and they had 2 of them come in. One of them got sold. The other one was in the cabinet as I was walking by, and I was like, oh my God, that's the gun. I want that. And I've been craving an M9A3 for a while. So it's a old production model. It's one of the first ones. And my concern is that maybe they hadn't perfected the metallurgy. Maybe there was something wrong with the threading that day. Something outside of normal wear and tear caused this to break. And my concern is that eventually it's going to break again. Eventually I'm going to run into the same problem where I go to put my can on it and the can's going to get stuck. And then I'm going to have to go through the whole process again. And I don't really want to do that. One upside of this, I gotta say, Silencer Co.'s customer service is A+. There's nobody better than Silencer Co. Because I ended up having to cut the thread adapter for the can, for the booster, off this, I called him up and I said, hey, for no reason, for no fault of my own, I broke the thread, the 1/2x28 booster assembly with the spring and everything. Is that covered under warranty? And I told him, like, if it's not covered under warranty, I understand. Maybe I could get a discount. And the guy got back to me within like an hour and was like, nope, covered under warranty. Send it back to us. Here's your RMA. We'll get you a new one. Easy peasy. Awesome. So I waited way too long. It's been about a month since I got that email. I sent the booster out, or just the thread adapter out last week. So it took 3 weeks for me to get it out. I'm sorry. That's on me. But I'm getting a new one. Not a big deal. On the other side of things, we send the gun, at the time, $1,300 gun, back to Beretta. That's how much I paid for it. And they just chased the threads and said, yep, all good, send it out. And I don't want to crap on Beretta's customer service because they seemed like they were fairly responsive. To me, this seems subpar in the way of work. They could have just swapped the barrel out and been done. I mean, it's all swappable parts. Just throw a new barrel in it and have it back. So with my concern that maybe this will break in the future, I'm just not confident that it's going to be a reliable suppressor host in the future without me running the risk of breaking another thread somewhere along and then going through the whole process again. What I'm going to end up doing is calling Beretta on Monday. I'm going to give them my story and tell them, hey, listen, I know it functions, and I appreciate that, and I appreciate the thread cap, which probably, it's neither here nor there how much that costs them to make, but I appreciate the brand new thread cap and all that. But I don't trust the metallurgy on these threads. I don't know that maybe it was not heat treated correctly. Something could be wrong with the first production run of these barrels. So I'm going to see if they will send me out a new barrel. Or if I have to, I will send them this barrel and see if they'll swap it. I have the RMA or the return paperwork. I'll tell them, hey, there's a history on this gun. It's not like this is the first time I'm calling. Can you guys potentially put a new barrel on it? So that's what we're going to have done. I'm going to see how they respond. If they tell me no, then I'll come back to you guys and tell you that I'm stuck with this unless I pay $200 for a new barrel. Or maybe they'll be nice. They'll send out a new one. We'll see. I'll come back and let you guys know. Couple takeaways from this. Silencer Co., A+, always A+. They've been great. I own a couple, maybe 4 or 5 of their cans, probably 5 at this point. And they're always A+. I've not had a bad experience with Silencer Co. I would buy from them in a heartbeat, and their warranty is second to none. Shooter's World Tampa, awesome job. Their customer service was great. Their gunsmith was really knowledgeable. He was really awesome, and he had no problem saying, yeah, we'll cover it. Don't worry about it. Beretta didn't come through in the end. They only chased the threads out, but we're going to see what we can do about that. Beretta, a little disappointed with your customer service on a plus $1,000 gun. Well, not the customer service, but the end result for a $1,000 pistol. So we'll call them up. We'll see what they do. I'll get back to you guys. All right. Remember, thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe. If you like gun and man content, I'm going to call it man content. Tell your friends subscribe to the channel. I got a new camera, as you can see. This doesn't it look awesome? It's so much better than my shaky iPhone. We're going to be doing a lot more stuff, not just with guns. So I have a new lathe outside. You guys might have seen some videos about the lathe. I have another one coming out soon. I have a mill, have an AK that's sitting behind the camera that needs to get fixed up, so parts kit, and a hunting rifle somewhere around here that's gonna get the super treatment. It's got all sorts of cool parts. That's coming down the pike. That rifle video is gonna be filmed today, so I can promise you it's coming soon if I can get all of it put together without too much trouble. We will see. But I'll follow up with you guys whenever I hear back from Beretta next week, or whenever this video comes out, next video comes out. I'll tell you how it goes. I hope they make it right. Hopefully I'm not asking too much, but we'll see what they say. All right, bye.